Guess who's back? Back again.
Tim is back. Tell a friend.
YouTube felt so empty without me. Oh man, it's been a minute. What's up everybody, Tim Conley here, and I'm going to share some lessons that I would tell my 25-year-old self now that, well, I'm a 50-year-old dude. So we're gonna get right into these 5 things. Too many people get to that stage when they're learning something new. They're not sure if they're gonna make this their career, and they get bored. They get up in the morning and they're just like, I'm not excited about doing what I'm doing. I should go into something else. I should study something else. I should become somebody else. You should dive into that boredom, because mastery is on the other side of boredom. If you are bored with what you're doing, try to dive deep into the details. Study it. Figure out what needs to be done to get to the next level. Even if you don't want to be at the next level, try to achieve it. And by doing that, the act of focusing your attention on it and working through the details of it will alleviate boredom. You may not still like it, but it will get past that boredom and you'll gain new skills that will take you into the future. Number 2 for my 25-year-old self is compounding consistency. Compounding interest isn't just in finance, it is actually in life. And when you're 25, it sure doesn't seem like it. It seems like you've got a whole lot of life left. So you don't worry so much about, am I wasting this effort? Am I wasting some skills? I'll just get bored and jump to the next thing. This is one of the things that I really wish I had stuck with, because I got bored and I didn't stack my skills. So I was gaining skills here, skills over here. I was interested in this other thing. And I thought, I'm going to be like a Renaissance man. I'm going to have all these different skill sets. And, well, I had a pile of bricks. I didn't build a wall. I didn't build a cathedral. I ended up with a pile of bricks. I did not stack my skills so that they formed something special. And it wasn't until I got older that I started assembling those bricks. But if you start stacking those skills, if you start working on them over time, you spend the next 5 years, 10 years, 25 years working on these skills, you will be one of the most elite in the world, because no one else does that. No one else focuses on compounding their skills, their knowledge, and their experience. Number 3 is build an audience. In 2000, I started a blog on LiveJournal. And I did it for like a year, almost 2 years. And I didn't stick with it. I didn't build an audience there. I didn't focus my knowledge. I was writing. I was starting to get those thoughts, the things that I had been learning from my earlier career. I started writing them and started building them on a blog, but I didn't build the audience. I didn't focus on audience. I just focused on writing. What I want you to do, and I wish I had done at 25, is to focus on attracting an audience to get my 1,000 true fans. Number 4 is take your audience with you. Biggest mistakes I've made in my career have been building up a small audience, and then at one point building up a very large audience, and then not taking them with me when I made changes in my life. I just said goodbye. I just left them behind and went and built brand new. Remember number 2, compounding consistency. Well, your audience will follow you. At the time, I didn't think they would. I was too young and inexperienced to know that an audience will buy into your worldview, not just your knowledge, but your worldview, and they will follow you along. Garyvee ended up proving this, and then that's when I had my aha moment. It's like, oh, Gary went from being the wine library reality TV guy to being the Twitter guy to being a social media agency guy to being a motivational speaker. And his audience just came with him. Sure, some of them dropped off over time, but some of them go all the way back to Wine Library. I watched some of the Wine Library episodes like shortly after they got onto YouTube. That was a long time ago, and I still pay attention to his content every so often. So your audience will follow you through the decades if you allow them to come with you. Number 5 is focus instead of FOMO. That shiny object you're about to chase, 25-year-old Tim, is not that shiny. It's going to turn out to be very dull, and it's not going to be nearly as good as the thing that you were already working on. Focusing on one thing, letting it compound over years, getting past the boredom, getting past the hard parts, is going to build a life that you're going to love. It will give you far more fulfillment than any of those shiny objects will. And here's the thing, when I was 25, we didn't have social media. We didn't have all these people posting these edited views of their life that made them look amazing and look like they never got sick, never had a bad hair day. They always had the best clothes and they get all these sponsorship deals and they live this amazing life, and my life sucks. That creates an immense amount of fear of missing out, that you are way behind where you should be. You're not. You're not way behind where you should be. You're right where your decisions have led you. And from here, you need to focus. Focus on building one thing, building one life, ignoring those other shiny objects that come along. And in time, you'll carry your audience with you. And this is what I want you to do, is if you focus, you will evolve as you age. I guarantee it, you will evolve. If you focus, you will carry your audience with you, and you will be rewarded for that. I got a bonus for you, and I guess we'll get a little personal here. You know those cliches that it's like, yeah, whatever. You're going to miss 100% of the shots you never take. You're going to regret the things you didn't do instead of the things that you did do. And, well, 25 years later, it's true. You do miss all the shots you didn't take. You do regret not doing some of the things that you were scared to do. Here's the thing. I've been away from YouTube for months now, and the longer I was away, the more scared I was to screw up, the more scared I was that I would disappoint my audience when I came back. It's like, oh, I should come back big and awesome. And well, my skills are worse than they were months ago because I haven't been practicing. I have not been trying to improve my skills, because I every day that I didn't sit down and record and try to create something for you, I got scared of not meeting the perfect idea that I had in my head about the videos that I wanted to create for this channel. Made me procrastinate even further, which that'll be a video coming up. But I've had an amazing life. I've had a lot of adventures, but there were some parts in my life where I got too scared to take the big leap. I can't help but wonder, like, what if I had done that? What would I have achieved? What if I had compounded those few years? Where would I have been? What would I have been able to accomplish if I had been focused and compounding my skills during that time instead of being scared? So what I want you to do, young Tim, 50-year-old Tim, future Tim, and you young hustlers watching, I want you to embrace the fear. Act upon it anyways. I'm back. I'm going to come back with more videos. I'm going to do my best to do at least one a week, maybe a few more, because I need to get the reps back in and try to create some great content for you. And if you like this kind of content, if you want to build a business, if you want to be productive and get past the fears, then what I want you to do is hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.